A very good day to all my lovely viewers. It is great to have you on another episode of The Truth with Ben Jokes, your number one political talk show. It is another day in our country, Nigeria, and the struggle continues. Only this morning, we woke up to news of the Central Bank of Nigeria telling businesses and households in this country to expect a rise in the rate of inflation in the coming months. This is coming from the Central Bank of Nigeria, not from Ben Jokes. Look at it. Businesses, households expect Nigeria's inflation rate to rise in the coming months. CBN. So this is not from Ben Jokes. This is not from Obedience. Before you say that they are pessimists. This is from the CBN. This is what you get when people are in power for the wrong reasons. When greed and self-centeredness are the motivation for grabbing power, failure is inevitable. And that is why, as of today in northern Nigeria, the APC is being massively rejected. Their secretariats have been burnt down in several local governments, and they can't even renovate them because the people will burn them down again. The last local government elections in Bauchi, while Labour Party was winning elections without candidates, APC that had candidates left, right and center were losing woefully. And in the forthcoming Guba elections in Edo State, all the major parties are warning APC not to bring a war in the state by trying to rig the elections, because clearly they have been rejected and the only hope they have left is rigging. And hours ago, for the forthcoming Ondo State gubernatorial elections, APC members have started dumping the party. They are decamping massively. And news of defection of APC members in Ondo State was followed by the resignation of one of the founding members of the APC. Another resignation. Before I show you details of these updates, let me quickly show you this video. The SDP's gubernatorial candidate in Kogi State, Muritala Ajaka, was Tinubu's foremost campaign manager in Kogi State last year. He bought buses for campaigns and urged his people, the Igalas, to support Tinubu. He said, don't worry, when you support him for the presidential election, he will support me for the gubernatorial elections. That was what he was telling his people. But today, INEC and Judiciary under Tinubu dealt with him massively. See the video.
The affirmation of the All Progressives Congress candidate Usman Ododo's victory for the Kogi governorship election by the Supreme Court, 7 months after the legal battle. The Social Democratic Party, SDP, expressed fear over what it may become of the judiciary and electoral system in the coming elections, particularly in Edo and Ondo polls. The national chairman of the party, Shehu Gebam, at a media conference in Abuja, told journalists that President Bola Tinubu must purge out the errors in the judiciary and electoral system before it is too late for the country.
Which means with this judgment and the upcoming election in Ondo and Edo states, you are likely to see a very, very low turnout. I want to advise the president to be extremely very cautious. The fragility of Nigeria, nobody should dare.
The opposition party is shocked that nearly a week after the attack on its governorship candidate, Murtala Ajaka, the Supreme Court and security agencies are yet to fish out the culprits, despite the CCTV footage and other evidence available.
Attack in the court that he has a case and he went there for the purpose of that case, he will be attacked openly, glaringly, and so far we have not had any case of arrest.
The issue of the arrest statement from the state government, the attack on my person was orchestrated by the Commissioner for Solid Mineral. I've written formally to the Supreme Court. Let them, because it happened at their premises.
The SDP governorship candidate, Murtala Ajaka, called on the newly appointed Chief Justice of Nigeria, Kudirat Kekereekun, to use her tenure to clean the impunity in the judicial and electoral system through accountable and transparent legal processes.
Former CJN, he has done more harm to the judiciary than good. So we hope the new person there, the Justice Kudirat Kekereekun, will turn the leaf around. what the man that was there did to the Nigerian judiciary, I don't think we'll get out of in the next 20, 30 years.
The SDP further noted that it will not relent in fighting the deepening electoral injustice in the country.
You saw that. This is one very rare occasion where an APC victory gives me joy. Anyone who supported evil for selfish reasons will pay for it. This SDP man, Muritala Ajaka, comes from the most populated region in Kogi State, the Igalas. He clearly won the gubernatorial election, but INEC did their manipulation or allowed the manipulation of ex-governor Yahaya Bello for the new APC candidate to stand. But he believed that having supported Tinubu in 2023, Tinubu will back him as he went to court. But here we are. The judiciary upheld the fraud in that election. And he was even attacked at the Supreme Court openly, and nothing is being done. When we say it is better to advocate for a good society of equal rights, a good society of transparency, we sound like unserious people. But that is the only way out of this mess. The man is a billionaire, but he is crying now. And the people have to know that when politicians are aware that they can do whatever they want in office, then just bribe INEC and judiciary and they are good to go. They will not see any reason to govern correctly. What is the reason to consider the people? And that is why the people have now been drafted out of the democratic equation. And the people must now find a way to draft themselves back into this democratic equation by rising up to demand that the right thing must be done. Point blank, period. Now, let us look at those updates coming out of the camp of the APC, the defection of members of the party in Ondo State as the state's governorship election draws near, and the resignation of another APC chief, making it 3 in just 72 hours. Let's start by taking the update on the defection in Ondo State. Look at how the papers reported it. Ondo Guba, APC members dump party for SDP. Some members of the All Progressive Congress, APC, in Ondo State have defected to the Social Democratic Party, SDP, ahead of the November 16 governorship election. The defectors joined the SDP at a rally held at the party secretariat in Akure after dropping their APC membership cards and then collected those of the SDP. According to the former APC members, they were not treated fairly in the party. Leader of the defectors, Femi Ikoyi, said there were a strong force in Ondo APC known as the People's Democratic Movement, PDM. He said more APC and PDP members have indicated interest to join SDP to ensure victory for its candidate, Otunba Bamidele Akingboye. I'm bringing my PDM people in APC to SDP. We aim to win the election. What APC is doing to us at the local level is not encouraging. This is why we are moving to SDP. I am here to deliver Akingboye, he said. While receiving the defectors, the chairman of Ondo SDP, Gbenga Akinbumi, assured them of equal treatment in the party. Meanwhile, the state SDP governorship candidate congratulated the defectors for joining the party, promising to embark on inclusive governance if elected as governor. You heard that. Now, there are two major things I want to point out from this update. And number one is this. These politicians defected from APC to SDP because they are being maltreated by the APC. So if you are a supporter of the APC as a common Nigerian and you are watching this video, this is a message to you. You should also stop supporting a party that is maltreating you. These politicians have shown you how to do it. You need to prioritize your own interest before that of one useless party. This same Ondo State, where this defection took place, has seen 3 different protests over hardship and insecurity in this month of August alone. So the people should translate that to action and massively reject the APC in November. Other parties are not perfect too, but the APC is the worst. And secondly, me sharing this update shows that it is not just about Labour Party, because they didn't decamp to Labour Party. They decamped to SDP. But I still back that move because what we are speaking against is the oppression of the masses, which the APC specializes in. So any negative news about the APC is good news for the people of this country, and we will always put it out without hesitation. Period. Now, let us look at that resignation by another top APC chief. Look at how the papers reported it. Former APC National Auditor quits party. George Moghalu, the immediate past managing director of the Nigeria Inland Waterways Agency, has formally resigned his membership of the All Progressive Congress. Mr. Moghalu announced his resignation in a letter submitted to the party and made available to journalists in Awka on Tuesday. The former national auditor of the ruling party said the reason for his resignation was personal. I bring you the good wishes of my dear family and to formally notify you of my decision to resign my membership of the All Progressive Congress APC with effect from today, the 26th day of August 2024. It is my utmost desire and expectation that all of us will continue to maintain the cordial relationship that we have built together over the years, he said. Mr. Moghalu, who has said in June 2024 that he was leaving the ruling party, was one of the founding members of the APC. He had been a member of the ANPP and then CPC before the formation of the ruling party in 2014. You heard that. He resigned, and according to him, he did that for personal reasons, the same reasons that the other two who resigned gave. But we all know that only individuals with evil hearts would remain in the APC at this point. Some may say, oh, he is dumping the party because he missed out on appointments. Well, maybe the angry youths who attacked an APC lawmaker last month also did that because they missed out on appointments too. Or maybe the youths burning down APC secretariat in northern Nigeria are also doing that because they missed out on appointments. The reality is obvious. The APC has destroyed Nigeria, and every sane human being must reject the party now. And in other news, Nigerian Union of Teachers condemns government's decision to ban under 18 students from WAEC and NECO exams, reporters. Nigerian teachers under the aegis of the Nigerian Union of Teachers have condemned the federal government's decision to ban under 18 candidates from sitting for the West African Senior School Certificate Examination and the National Examination Council. It will be recalled that the Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Maman, announced on Monday that the Nigerian government had instituted a new age policy for secondary school leaving examinations, setting the minimum age at 18. He had said the directive also affected the West African Examination Council, which administers the WASC, and the National Examination Council responsible for the SSCE. It was also revealed that to undertake the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, overseen by the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, a candidate will have to be 18 years of age. However, the Secretary General NUT, Dr. Mike Ene, in an interview with Punch, said that changes in society like early enrollment in creches due to economic pressures made it unrealistic to restrict learning based on age. He referred to the policy as poorly conceived. You also have to consider exceptional students. Some students are 16 years old in SS3. Is the minister taking these scenarios into account? What are these students supposed to do? Wait 2 more years? I see this as a policy that could lead to numerous legal challenges. The government needs to rethink this thoroughly. It is poorly conceived, he noted. Reporters earlier reported that the education minister argued that it takes up to 18 years for a child to be ready for tertiary institution admission. It is 18 years. During our meeting with JAMB in July, we agreed to allow this year as a grace period for parents. This means that JAMB will admit students below 18 years old this year. But starting next year, the age requirement of 18 will be strictly enforced for university admissions in Nigeria. Maman also pointed out that this policy aligns with the typical education trajectory. He noted, If you calculate the standard duration for a child's education from early child care through primary school, junior secondary school, and senior secondary school, you will find that students typically reach 17 and a half years old by the time they are ready for university admission. Wetin concern you with their age? And look at how Nigerians reacted. ND here says they want to turn brilliant geniuses to Almajiris. And this tweet here by Tyler says, federal government should face something meaningful. What is this? My brother, if you ask me, who I go ask? And Bobby Martins here says, what is wrong if a brilliant 15-year-old child is ripe for WASC? Will you tell that child to wait 3 years later? This shouldn't even be mentioned at all. It sounds embarrassing. Oh. And Stephen Adeyemi here says, they want them to sit down at home after secondary school for 2 years before writing JAMB. This is totally unacceptable. And Michael says, our lawmakers don't know nothing about the laws they make. It is sad how our electoral system works, that it empowers the agberos, rig votes, and win elections against more qualified individuals. Nigeria regresses every day because of the type of lawmakers we have. While teenagers, 14-year-old, 15-year-olds, are achieving extraordinary things across the world, our own government is saying that our teenagers are not ripe enough to get into universities. He said they must cross the age of 18 before they start getting into tertiary institutions. This is so sad, but this is the APC. I don't expect anything less. They have come to kill, to steal, and to destroy. And that is why I keep telling Nigerians that to move this country forward, we must come together and get these guys out of power. But until then, make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una. Now I dey here, so don't go away.